Welcome back to another Overwatch League recap where the Chengdu Hunters faced off against the Vancouver Titans. Lighthouse featured the Hunters running a pharmacy with their trademark Wrecking Ball. This was as enjoyable as ever to watch, but it really didn't work out until the Hunters finally capped in OT. The Hunters then put together a somewhat messy but competent defense, but eventually the Titans broke through and took the round. Ruins had the Hunters going with a comp that would have been GOATs if it weren't for a Meng on the Wrecking Ball. This didn't really immediately work out, but a positional error allowed Chengdu to take the point. This turned out to be a brief cap, however, as the Titans took the point back easily. The Titans then proceeded to put away the Hunters in relatively short order. Titans win 2-0. The Hunters defense featured Bacon Jack on Ashe as well as an Ariza and Junkrat core. The Titans took some time to actually figure out how to work around this. They eventually muscled through, however, using some good positioning and took point A. The Hunters then went back to the Hammond as well as a double sniper composition with Widow and Hanzo. This actually worked pretty well with Bacon Jack coming in with some key picks. It wasn't particularly clean, but the Hunters ended up halting the payload right before the point B checkpoint. Triple DPS was on the menu for the Hunters on attack, with Tracer, Sombra, and Pharah being used. This allowed the Hunters to take point A relatively easy. The Hunters then began to lawnmower their way through point B using the immense amount of pressure their comp provided to keep the Titans on the back foot. The Hunters were never stopped on Hollywood, taking the map with ease. Hunters win 2-1. The Hunters actually went with a 2-2-2 and a semi-dive utilizing Ana along with a Pharmacy, Sombra, Diva, and of course Hammond. This was an interesting attack strategy and it actually worked as the Hunters slowly wore the Titans down and took the point. The Titans prevented a snowball by coming in with a good hold. The Hunters then did the unthinkable and swapped to a GOATs comp. Chengdu was clearly not super comfortable on this, but they did get close to capping at the end. The Hunters went with a Widow, Junk, Ariza composition on defense. The Titans adjusted and chose a Genji in order to counter this. It took some time, but the Titans did end up capping point A. A snowball attempt was foiled by a steadfast Hunters defense, and the Titans swapped back to GOATs. The Hunters managed to hold on, and the Titans were completely stymied by an excellent Hunters defense. Hunters win 2-1. On Route 66, the Hunters went with a double sniper on attack against a Vancouver team that featured a McCree. This McCree shut down the Hunters completely, so Chengdu went over to GOATs. The Titans held for a little while longer, but Chengdu eventually muscled through. This momentum carried through to point B, where the Hunters almost capped on their first push through. The Hunters then shoved through and pushed into point C. The Hunters almost finished the map, but they were eventually stopped. A Soldier 76 made an appearance on the side of Chengdu. This didn't work out at all, so the Hunters swapped to GOATs. Unfortunately, the Titans had already gained momentum and point A was lost in relatively short order. The Hunters quickly bounced back and halted the Titans right after the checkpoint, but the Titans got going again relatively quickly. The Titans took point B and motored on towards the finish line. The Hunters finally stabilized before attempting to put together a stable defense, but the Titans eventually shoved through. Titans win 3-2. The Hunters went back to their favorite hamster tank hero on Sanctum. The Titans took the map first, but the Hunters did take back the point relatively quickly. The Hunters then put together a decent defense, but Vancouver took the point back and didn't relinquish control again. Shrine had the Hunters go with a GOATs comp to start. The Titans came out on top to start the map off and didn't relinquish control until 77%. The Hunters then somehow managed to almost get the point into OT, and an incredibly scrappy last fight ended up going in the Titans' favor. Titans win 2-0. Who do you think will make a late season push into the Overwatch League playoffs? Be sure to let us know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching and be sure to keep it locked to the Game Haus for more Overwatch League recaps. Be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video. And for all things sports and esports news and analysis, keep it locked to the Game Haus. From our house to yours.